the TPOB Ghost X, yeah, performs just the same, right? It's this one, right? Now, in cutting power, the T-Shaper has about 5 to maybe 8% better cutting power, right? It cuts a bit sharper, to be honest, yeah? It feels like it's going to cut you a little bit, like it's basically a stronger cut. It seems like a stronger cut, right? So this one cuts a bit like, let's say 5 to 10% better, right? And this one right there, right, it cuts way less, but it cuts a little bit less better than this one. I'm talking about sharpness, right? And sharpness. But you won't really notice the big difference at all, right? So I'll say, that's why I say it's about 5% difference to 10%, right? Cutting power and ability, right? So price and performance ratio, I got this for 30 bucks, for 40 bucks, I got this for 30 bucks, right? So this one, right now it's 30, but it's still the same price, right? This one is better for performance. So if you was to get it, I wouldn't get a TPOB first of all, right? The only reason why you should get the TPOB is because of the look and the feel. It feels like rubber. It's got that rubbery, comfortable feel, right? It feels good, right? And it looks better to me than the T-Shaper. But then again, if you're a more classic person, you like these kind of trimmers, that bit more like a classic old school look, yeah. Get the T-Shapers, right? But in terms of performance, once again, they perform the same. In fact, they look exactly identical. The shape of it, everything looks the same, right? There is no difference between these two at all. It looks the same, right? So my take on this is they've probably just taken something from the manufacturers, right? Yeah, from a patented design that was already there. Then they just slapped on their own, you know, their own logo and the colors and whatever on there, because it's exactly the same thing. There's no difference at all. But, and the reason why I'm saying all this, because they perform the same. So these are soft trimmers, right? Look at the shape, right? And look at the shape of this one. Exactly the same. Same shape, same thing. Two different brands, yeah, same trimmer, right? So now, in terms of should you buy this, you have to be really careful, and this is why I'm making this video, because I pretty much like I got into the trap a little bit, because I thought I was gonna get some cheap trimmers, yeah, to do nice lineups, right, and everything, but I didn't, right? All I've got was some like soft trimmers, right? Why do they call them soft trimmers? It's because it doesn't cut like a hard trimmer, let's say the KMA 2293, or well, let's go for a harder trimmer like the wall detailer, for example. This is not going to be a wall detailer, guys. You know, so if you're going to get this, if you think you're going to get a bargain, right, out of this, yeah, but you're not going to get detailer cuts, wall detailer cuts, and wall hero cuts, or whatever, high vis, wall high vis, and that kind of stuff, right? You're not going to get this with this, right? You're going to get, right, what you paid for. And what you paid for is a soft trimmer. And this is where the trap is a little bit, because I thought it was going to be a decent trimmer to give haircuts, right? To give lineups and stuff, but it ain't. Because the blades are too soft. The performance, yeah, it's not powerful enough for you to get like a sharp cut out of this. I'm talking about out of the box. Now, I don't know about altercations, like I said. Like, on my channel, I don't think I'm going to do any altercations on my videos, on my... in my lifestyle and the way that I use clippers and trimmers, yeah, in my barbering, I don't need to. Why? Because if I spend so much money on clippers and trimmers on items, why would I want to do altercations and start playing about with blades too much? I mean, yeah, I might do it just for fun, right? But I mean, why would I really want to do that if I'm going to spend money on clippers and trimmers? I might as well just spend money on good ones and that's it. Why do I need to alter anything, waste my time? I mean, spend extra time doing other things. Spend extra time on blades and stuff, right? So, guys, if you're looking for trimmers, this is my advice I'm giving you. If you're looking for trimmers, right, little trimmers just for hygiene work. For example, you're on your way out to work, right? You're getting out the door, but you know you see some hair growing on your skin here underneath your neck, right? Use these. These are good for that, especially the TPOBs. The TPOB Ghost X is really good for sensitive skin, right? And that can help you, right? When you need to take off a bit of hair here and there, right? But is it sharp enough to give you like a quality lineup? No. That means that the detail will not be really there, but it will be detailed enough, right? To the point where you're gonna get a decent cut, right? A decent line. So it's gonna make you clean, right? It's gonna clean you up a bit. But if you're looking for the sharpest lines, use hard trimmers, guys. This is where you get the finishing touches, not out of these. This is the reason why these are considered a hygiene tool, a good hygiene tool. These two right there, they're good hygiene tools. So that means that if you want to use it, for example, for your hair on your body and stuff like that, you know, armpits and stuff like that. If you want to use it for, like I said, just to clean up, like hair that's maybe growing here and there, you know, it's like sometimes like you're not gonna give your haircut all the time. You're not gonna shave all the time, are you, right? So just on the way out, like, you know, just a quick grab these if you got sensitive skin, and grab these if you want a little bit of a sharper cut, right? So definitely the T-shapers, right? The T-shapers cut sharper. They're 100%, definitely about 5 to 10% sharper. The blade is sharper, right? I mean, they cut sharper. I don't know about the blade because they look the same to me, right? But this TPOBs right there is better for sensitive skin, right? You can go a bit harder on the skin. You can scratch the skin a bit more. If you scratch the skin a bit more, if you want to scratch the skin a bit more, that allows you to do that. That means that if you're scratching the skin a bit more, you're not gonna get cut. So this is like, you know, more safe to use basically. But this one right there, out of these two, that's the banger right there. That's the bang for your buck right there, right? So this is the one that you should buy if you're gonna get, yeah, the verses, right, between these two, right, is that this one is better than this one. But this one, right, is better for sensitive skin, honestly. And this one is better for all-round performance, right? This one has a better touch. Like the finishing on it is better. It's more like a rubbery feel. This one, it seems like the paint's gonna come off in a while, right? It's more plasticky feeling, right? It's got a little finishing touch on there, like, you know, gold touch, but it feels like it's coming off. This one here, better feeling, right? But this one here, better performance. Right, so there we go. In terms of pricings as well, the better performing one, which is this one, the T-shapers, is the cheaper one. 10 bucks cheaper. This was 30 for me, 30 bucks. This was 40 bucks, right? And purely because the TPOBs are more famous, right? You know, this is a social media banger, right? So people are more likely to use these than these, but these ones are better for performing. and these ones. Right, so there we go. These are the two trimmers right there. Which one would I buy personally? At the moment, I wouldn't buy none of these. I only got them to experiment because I thought that I was gonna get a hard trimmer's cut out of these right there. But this is what happens where you're trying to go too bargain with your stuff, right? You start getting disappointed because I thought this was gonna be a banger. I was gonna get proper cuts with it and this as well. But this ended up being locked up in my bathroom, like next to my toothbrush, right? When I've got like a quick cut to do, let's say on the way out to work, I can see some hair growing, right, on my skin. So I just cut it off quickly. If I need to do armpits, cut that off, all that kind of stuff on my body, right? And this one ended up just being near my barbering table, like near my table where I got my barbering gear. It's just hanging there. You know what I mean? I don't really use this too tough, to be honest. I just use this because with this, yeah, because it can cut with sensitive skin, it can deal with sensitive skin better. So I can basically press on the skin harder, and it won't cut. So that's why I like the TPOBs better, to be honest. A little bit better, but I'd rather buy this. If you're looking for something that cuts sharper and that performs a bit better, I'll tell you guys to buy this. There you go. That's my review right there, guys. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget, guys, these are soft trimmers. So don't think that you're going to get that performance, right, of proper trimmers. Don't think you're going to get that now.